In a bold policy move, Australia has announced a 9% increase in its cap for foreign student visas, setting a new limit of 295,000 for the year 2026. The announcement was made on Monday by the Albanese government, signaling a strategic expansion of the country's international education sector, with India set to benefit significantly. While India and China remain the largest source countries for international students in Australia, Canberra is now shifting its focus strategically towards Southeast Asia, a key part of its foreign policy pivot to reduce economic dependence on China. Education Minister Jason Clare said in a statement, "This is about making sure international education grows in a way that supports students, universities, and the national interest." The expanded quota includes 2/3 of visas for universities and 1/3 for vocational training institutions. Larger public universities hoping to receive higher allocations will now be required to demonstrate access to adequate student housing and show efforts to increase enrollments from Southeast Asian nations. In 2024, international education contributed over 51 billion Australian dollars, roughly 33 billion US dollars, to the national economy, making it Australia's largest services export. The policy shift is expected to reinvigorate the education migration boom that followed the pandemic, after tighter visa controls were introduced in 2024 to curb what officials called out-of-control student numbers. In stark contrast, the United States is moving in the opposite direction. Since early 2025, President Donald Trump's second-term administration has launched a sweeping overhaul of the foreign student visa system, including suspensions of visas for certain universities, a brief ban targeting Harvard University, and enhanced surveillance of applicants' social media. These restrictive steps have triggered what analysts are calling a securitization and politicization of international student inflows. Many now see the U.S. as unpredictable and unsafe, especially for students from India, China, and South Korea. A report earlier this year cited early 2025 data showing a notable drop in international applications, particularly for graduate STEM programs. With the U.S. pulling back and Australia opening its doors wider, the global landscape of international education is undergoing a significant transformation. And for Indian students, Australia may now appear not just more accessible, but also more welcoming. Stay tuned as we track how this shift impacts student migration, university admissions, and global education economies. Subscribe to the Indian Express on YouTube for verified, in-depth updates on education, visas, and international policy.